All right, guys. So I have started my seeds in these seed starters. So right now I have 5 seeds that I've planted. I have planted the Rutgers tomato plant, the beefsteak tomato plant, the delicious tomato plant, uh, Chinese giant pepper plant, and the one in the middle is the sweet pepper plant. So you're supposed to sow about 2 to 3 seeds in each of these and then watch them grow. And then what I'm going to do next is transfer them into a mid-sized container. So let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so in this video, I am transferring the sprouted seeds into a mid-sized container. Okay, so I am transferring the sprouted seeds into a mid-sized container where they will mature a little bit to a point where after that I'm going to transfer from the mid-sized container to the larger size containers. So like those orange containers would be the large size containers. Those are the Home Depot buckets. And then the other buckets that are on the ground there. Okay, so I am not transferring all of these sprouted seeds. I am transferring most of them. I am transferring the ones that have grown the most, the ones that look the most healthiest, the ones that are the tallest, are the healthiest, the ones that look more vibrant are the ones that I'm transferring. Okay. I will save the remaining ones that I don't transfer just in case the ones that I have put in the mid-sized containers don't continue to mature, just in case they die off or something happens to them. So I did what I did do. I did save the ones that I did not transfer just as backup. Okay, so I have the mid-sized containers on that rack by the window in the corner over there. So that's why I have all of the mid-sized containers. I have a lot of mid-sized containers. A lot of them I have saved from last year's growing season. And again, I've recycled a lot of the materials that I use. So a lot of them are water jugs. I've got some jugs there that are for windshield wiper fluids that I have cut around the rim. Again, other like 2-liter jugs and other kinds of containers. So I've recycled a lot of things. That's one thing you have to be very, very crafty at, is recycling when it comes to gardening, because that will save you a lot of money. You will be less wasteful when you recycle as well. So recycle. Sometimes I wish I can do more. All right, so again, so I got the set in here. Tiger is still around. Tiger, again, my favorite partner in crime. He's just checking things out. Again, he's always trying to help, trying to see what I'm doing, trying to, just see if he can assist in any way, shape, or form. But I'm like, you know what, Tiger, I got it, And that person is my lovely wife that you see there. Isn't she so lovely? All right. Okay. So again, transferring these sprouted seeds into the mid-sized container. The other things that I'm doing is I am kind of mixing around some of the soil in those orange containers. I think there are a few other things that I wanted to add to them. Maybe a few more perlite or something like that I wanted to add to them. That I do every now and then in the video and mixing them in. And also it's kind of getting darker too. It's getting darker. So I probably started around, I would say around 5 o'clock or probably around 5 o'clock is when I started. So that's why you can see it's getting darker, and I've got the porch light on. So when I transfer the sprouted seeds into the container, what I'm doing is I'm transferring, I will put about two sprouted seeds, right? I'll put about two of them, the sprouted plants, into the mid-sized container. Okay, put about two in the mid-sized container. I am still filling those mid-sized containers just like I'm doing the larger size containers, to where I am only filling the containers halfway, so that, you know, as those plants grow and mature in those containers, I can pack it a little bit more with soil to kind of keep that base more firm as it continues to grow. I can keep that base more firm as it continues to grow, and again, just to allow the plant to mature into that soil very well. So I have the sprouted plants going into the mid-sized container, and also what I do is I water them with a little bit of fertilizer, and then I tag them. So I have tags to indicate which plants are in which containers. Okay, so I've got little tags that I will write, you know, delicious on a tag. I will write Rutgers on a tag, beefsteak, green pepper plants, sweet pepper plants, etc. You want to do that because you don't want to lose you don't want to forget or lose the plant that you planted into the containers. You don't want to forget. You don't want to lose sight of that. You don't want to forget which plant is in which containers. Okay, that is very important. You want to keep track, especially if you care about how many of each plant that you're planting, which I do. You know, for example, I want to plant more Rutgers tomatoes because this is my first time, and I have been told by a very trusted person that Rutgers tomatoes are delicious. Okay, I've been told by that they're delicious. So I want to know when I start getting those tomatoes, when they start producing fruits, I want to know which ones are Rutgers. Okay, I don't know what they all look like yet. So when you tag them, that's how you know which one is which. So at this point, I would say I'm more than halfway done. So what I'm doing there, again, I always have my podcast. I listen to my podcast as I'm working, and that's also me writing the tags right there. And so I'm, putting the sprouted plants into those mid-sized containers, and then right now I'm putting them on that rack over there. But eventually they're going into the greenhouse, because right now it is still too cold to have any kind of plants, and especially these plants are summer plants, so it's too cold to have those outside right now, because it's not warm enough yet. So they're going into the greenhouse, and the greenhouse has the grow light in it, and it also has a heater that is plugged into an outlet right at the back where the orange containers are. So that's where the heater is connected to. So I usually turn on the heater at night to continue the higher temperatures, so that it can continue that proper setting for these plants, these, again, summer plants to grow in. So that's what's going on right now. And the other thing that I was doing is I created a number of bottles of fertilizers from that Job's organic fertilizer. Okay, so normally that fertilizer it comes in a powder. However, this particular powder has solidified into it's almost like it's a hard rock. It's solidified into a hard rock. I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe water got into it or something like that, but it solidified. And so what I'm doing is I got a couple of jugs of hot water, to dissolve it, and I created a couple of bottles of fertilizer that I was using for the plant. So I am wrapping up there. So those plants that I just picked up, those sprouted plants that I just picked up, are the ones that I am saving. So all of the ones that are on that rack that I'm putting in the greenhouse right now, I wish I didn't put the chair back because you can't really see in the greenhouse. Even though, I mean, I'm just like, there's nothing special going on in the greenhouse right now. I'm just putting the containers into the greenhouse. But yeah, so they're now going into the greenhouse. I'm pretty much done here. So I'm cleaning up, sweeping it up. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is pretty much it. This is That the E-Vegan. I'll be putting out more videos and content. So please like, subscribe, and share for more updates. Continue evolving. Peace. Also, use my referral code in the description below to get 1,000 miles of free supercharging with the purchase of a new Tesla.